introduce you to my city.
Yeah, that's how we roll. She wearing a Rolex, all those moving cold, and I'm on that grown flex. I bet you that they fold. These made some bold threats. I'm living by that code, technicolor coat like I'm Joseph. She's in a robe, she's in a robe. I'm gonna get them both. Call me a dog, I go fetch. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them. I'm over the West Coast. Mashing to me looks grotesque. Right now I'm moving dolo.
Sport. Presents the playoffs of the NBA. Game 5 right now. It should be a great NBA matchup. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Alan LaForce reporting from the sideline. We take a look at the Trailblazers. In this deciding game, the question is, can they make the most of their hard-won home court advantage to win the series?
And really, a deciding game like this, everything's magnified. And sometimes that can be a challenge. But the best players find a way to channel that energy. Playing in front of this great home crowd, I believe, can only help. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Kuzma outside. And Kuzma slams it in.
And I like that Kuzma can go off 1 or 2 feet. It really allows him to attack the rim with ease.
Now here's Morant. Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. It's Whitehead. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And they call an illegal screen here. We take a look at the Trailblazers. They've got a basic situation in front of them, Greg. Win tonight and move on, or become a spectator.
And in round one especially, elimination games can be pressure-packed. You don't want to go home this soon. This is the time to put an entire season of effort into one game.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Morant with the bucket.
Well, Morant has all the moves to find a way to score in there.
Here's Williamson. And the rejection by Claxton. Offline with his three. San Antonio trails by 4. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, the head coach of the Trailblazers gave me a few moments to catch up with him. We got to talking about what do you do defensively against Ja Morant. And coach said staying on top of him isn't easy, so our focus is on shutting down the lanes and not giving him the openings to attack. We want to make Morant force the issue. Putting Morant in tight spots is the name of the game here. Back over to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Claxton. And it's blocked. Williamson in the post. And finished off by Williamson.
Defying the laws of physics, Zion Williamson.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A three from Morant. Drills it from outside. Morant's got 5 points so far.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Training, which was my. That nearly brought the backboard down with that slam.
Well, don't you think, Ray, that's always a possibility when he's the one to finish?
No doubt.
Well, that's what poor defense will get you. They deserve to get dunked on there. Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
There's the three. No good that time. San Antonio trails by 4. Inside. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Pass to Newell. And that one is stuck right through.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Now here's Morant. He's got 10. Plays it up and banks it in. 12 points for him.
Well, keeping his composure against defensive pressure inside. Nice work there by Morant.
Substitution on the court.
So it's the Spurs now, trailing by 2. Hero scanning the floor. It's good. This game is all even.
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup. Won't.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Spurs. Outside, Hero. The 3. Doesn't go that time. It's all tied in Portland. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the... So glad to have you with us here as we bring you more action from courtside at Game 5. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Reed, the second chance points on the tip in. He's got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs.
Yeah, I can't tell you what a difference second chance points make in a game. That can be the factor that swings the outcome.
Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Well, I love seeing DiVincenzo be opportunistic on offense. He's very effective when he seeks out his own shot.
A great move by Hero. Hero's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, having an easy bucket in the paint. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Whitehead. Newell pulls it in.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Out to the right wing. Up top, Hero. He has 6. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And that's an intentional foul.
Paul Reed. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gafford. Still without a basket. There's the triple. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. This one for 3. Shot by Grimes. No good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Hero. Newell pulls it in. Portland trailing here. Rejected by Hero.
And watch how Hero uses a burst of speed to get ahead of the shot, managing to swat that one away.
Down low, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Moving the ball for the highest percentage look.
Here's Christie. They grabbed their own miss. No good that time. Here's Newell. Stolen by Hero. Newell pulls it in. It's Grimes on the wing. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Screen by Claxton. And it's Morant missing. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Williamson. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And so it's San Antonio with it. 20 feet out. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. And here we go. Williamson heading to the hoop.
Yeah, few things more intimidating in this league than Zion Williamson coming downhill in transition.
Pass to Christie. And he gets it to go from the high post. Christie's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
Sometimes you have to ignore the analytics. There is value in the mid-range if that's who's shooting it.
Williamson going inside, and he can't jam it through. .11 left in the first half of basketball. Out to Morant. They set the pick, and he lobs it up toward the rim. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nick Claxton. Portland shooting their first free throws of the evening. The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. A tight game here in Portland. There's 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Back to Morant. Here's the three. That's a miss, and with it, he is 5 for 9.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
They get it back. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys blink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, nice read from Kuzma. Really good at finding the open teammate.
Morant looking around. Screen by Claxton. And so that's the end of the first half. Portland out in front, leading by 6. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. San Antonio trails by 6. Morant outside. Fires from deep. And they recover it. Out to Wallace. Shot clock at 5. Wow, hammering it in. Look out.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
Count that one.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Lets it go with the 3. Morant with another miss. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Claxton. Williams can't get it to go. San Antonio trails by 6. And he goes in for the dunk.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Whitehead. In the corner, Wallace with it. Misses the 3. Trailblazers leading by 6. They set the screen to the inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw missing.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. San Antonio trails by 7. Morant takes off. Launches a 3. Portland grabs the miss.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage. here so far.
The Trailblazers making a switch here.
Second team foul.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Williamson looking it over. And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, and that's about as natural as breathing to him. Zion lives above the rim.
To Claxton. Here's Whitehead. Spurs working the ball around now. Now, here's Morant for three.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Got that one up quick. And now a 12-point Trailblazer lead.
And after a lackluster first half, he's playing with a lot more energy now. Sometimes it takes that break to reset.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. San Antonio trails by 12. Here's Hero. And they get it. Good on the three-point shot.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure.
Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Pulls up on the elbow. Newell pulls it in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Good work there as it goes.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Hero. And he converts the layup. Hero's got 8 points.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
And the layup's good off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on body.
And it's Reed pulling it down. Pass to Christie. Back to Hero. On the wing, Christie. Releases from the wing and drills it. Trailblazers leading by 11. Here's Newell. Comes up empty down low. Over in the corner, Hero. A three-pointer, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's the reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Looking to get it going. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And for a shooter like Hero, that floater is a key shot. You can use it against teams who overplay that three-point line.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Newell. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. 13 points up at the end of the...
San Antonio, 43.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. Trailblazers leading by 13. To the wing right side. Rebound San Antonio. Now Christie. Ball is left side. Back to Hero. Ball is the screen. 4 on the shot clock. Misses from short range. Here's Newell. Off target at the rim. San Antonio trails by 13. And Quentin Grimes gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Portland. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Back to Hero. Screen by Claxton. Shot on the wing. Pass to Wallace.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
Over in the corner, Hero. Shoots over Gafford. Out to Wallace. Second shot opportunity. Newell pulls it in. Trailblazers leading by 13. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Hits them three-point bomb. DiVincenzo's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth to the Trailblazers. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's foul number 2 for him. Screen by Claxton. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Morant left side. Over Williams. And it's Morant missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Jams it in off the great move.
Well, it seems like he's making everything. Nothing makes a coach happier than seeing your offense click.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, this is Morant at his very best. His teammates need to just continue getting him the ball and letting him do his thing.
Williams.